What's up everybody, welcome to this video. My name is Harshan. In this video I am going to tell you the destructuring in JavaScript. So first and foremost, let me tell you what is the destructuring. So destructuring is a JavaScript expression. This is just an expression, it's not like as a code implementation things like that. Okay, so it is just an expression. It allows to pull the data from arrays, objects, sets, maps, things like that to its own variables. It creates its own variables and it will store the data to its own variables. Now I will show you how to do the destructuring in JavaScript objects, and later we will go to arrays and some strings, things like that. Much more cool stuff is there. Please continue watch this video. Alright, so first I'm gonna just go and take a object here. I already wrote the object here over here. Let me copy and paste it here. So now I'm trying to console this name. So I think you already know, const name equal to, so object dot name. Let me console this. Oh, my snippets are actually not working. Okay, let me save it. Now I got the Harshan. Okay, let me save it. Okay, now I got the name actually here. Alright, it is showing some strike error, something like that. This is the VS Code default behavior. You don't need to think about this one, just get it. Alright, similarly I will try to console the rest of the things. Next, say salary and age as well. So const salary, object dot salary. So const age, object dot age. Save it and let me console those three as well. So name comma salary comma age. Save it. Okay, so all things come and sit over here. As you guys can see here, there is a little problem here, we just took the constant multiple times and we're taking the objects or going to the object inside multiple times. This code is a little bit lengthy, right? So in the real world applications, if the object is growing a lot, then so we need to face a lot of problem. Okay, so that's the reason. So we have to make use of this destructuring. So in the destructuring, just we can take one single line and we can pull all the data and show over here. Okay, now I will show you how to do the destructuring in objects. First I'm going to take the const, and then we need to take this curly bracket syntax. This is not creating of any object, this is not any kind of the block, any kind of scope, things like that. It is just a destructuring syntax. Okay, so just remember that. And after that we need to grab the total container of this object. So in this case the object is a total container. If you go to here, and that is the object. Okay, so just I put the object over here, and then so now I want to console the name. Let's just take the name, just to comment this. I don't want this one anymore. Comment this, and now just want to remove these three things as well. And now save it. So of course we got the Harshan over here. So similarly, if you want to console the salary and age as well, you can go to here and you can write the salary and you can write the age. Save it. Let me write here salary comma age. Save it. Of course we got the output over here. Okay, so this is a much more elegant and simpler way. So as you guys can see here at the top, I wrote the three lines. So in the destructuring, just I wrote one single line. So how much actually the object grows, it's no matter. It's really not a matter how much it actually grows. You can just take one single line of this syntax, and you can pull the total data of the object and you can populate over here. Okay, so that's the beauty of the destructuring. Now I'm going to show you some other cool tricks as well. So here I just took the name and trying to console that in the console that here. So we can give some rename or renames also, like alias names. Let's say you can rename this as an employee name. So employee name, if you just save it, of course we don't get this Harshan. We just save it because we changed this name. That's the reason we don't get this one. Let me copy this and paste it here and save it. Now I got the Harshan. So remember, if you just change the name, so always try to remember use this alias name. So this name no longer exists over here. Okay, so that is another cool trick. So if you want to change the salary name, you can just rename this and you can write the employee salary name and you can write here employees, and it works pretty much fine. Okay, so let me show you some other cool tricks. Let's say for instance So if we have the salary around $5,000, so I want to pass some default like values, default salary, something like that. So I'm gonna just pass the $3,000. Let me save it. Of course we don't get any change because so the actual salary is over here, so that's the reason we are not getting any changes. So let's say for instance if I just remove this and put it into the undefined, let me save it. So of course we got some error. Let me remove this and save it. Now you can see I got the 3,000. What happened here? So if the actual salary is undefined, that means nothing over here. Okay, so the salary do not have any kind of the value. So when the actual salary don't have any kind of the value or undefined things like that, so it actually takes the default value of the salary. So if you have the salary, let's say if you have the salary around $5,000, save it, we got the 5,000. This is the undefined, of course we get the yeah, of course we get the 3,000. So what if we have the null? So obviously we will get the null because the null is one kind of the value, just we are assigning null value here. That means we are implicitly saying so this value has the null, so that's the reason it took the null. So go and check what is the difference between null and undefined. So I will definitely create another video like what is the difference between null and undefined. Okay, so in this case you can pass the default values. So like this, if you don't have the salary the property also, just if you save that, of course it takes 3,000. Okay, so that is all about passing the default values in the destructuring. And now I'm gonna go a little bit in depth. Let me remove all those things. Take some other object here, so it's a little bit complex. So objects are actually pretty much important so in our real world applications. And now we can see, so this is an object. So inside object we have a couple of properties: name, salary and age, and see this address. So address has some more levels up. So inside the address we have the city and we have the street. Notice here in the city we have some nested objects also, like the street name. Now I will try to console so this city. So how can we do that? Of course you already know like how to do that. So const and city. Now I will show you like how to do that in the normal way, and after that I will show you how to do that in the destructuring. So object dot address. So inside the address we have the city. Let me log that in the console. City, let me save it. Of course we got the output, the contour. So alright, so this is the normal way. Now I will show you how to do that by using the destructuring. First we take the const, and next we need to take the object destructuring syntax. So that should be the bracket syntax, and we need to access the object, and then so now I will show you like normal way, and after that I will make it another way. Object dot, so where is the city? Actually the city is actually inside the city, inside the address. Go to the address, and after that we need to take the city. So let me comment this and save it. So we got the output over here. Okay, you may ask like one question, Harshan, is there any like new way to like simplify this code? Of course we have. So we can just take the constant and take the object syntax, and we need to write the object over here. So vj object. See, this is a little bit confusing, guys. So this is a newer syntax. First you need to go to the object, so which is like one level up, so address, and next we need to go another level up. So because the city is inside the address, that's the reason we need to take the address, and after that we need to take the city. Let me comment this. We don't want this one anymore, so save it. So we got the same output. So this is another way. You can use like anything you want. If you want to use this one, you can use. If you want to use this one, you can use this as well. Yeah, I personally use this syntax. It's completely up to you. Okay, I hope you understand how to do the destructuring in one level up. Alright, now I'm gonna give a little challenge to you. Just pause this video and do the challenge. So all you need to do, first you need to go to the object. So inside the object you need to go to the address. Inside the address you have the street, inside that we have the street name. Just try to access this street name and try to console this over here. Okay, so just pause this video and try to do yourself. If you don't get the output, no problem, I am here, I will do that. Alright, I hope you have done this challenge. If you don't get the challenge, not a problem, I will show you how to do that. Okay, so now, so let me take the constant object syntax, and I'm gonna take the object here. Okay, so now, so where is this actually the street name? So the street name is on top of the street. Where is the street is actually inside the object. So that's the reason I just took the address over here, this address, and so after that I need to access the street. So after that I need to access the street name. Just save that and now check the output, how it is actually. Console.log street name, save it. Of course, we got the output over here. Okay, so like this we can use the destructuring in multiple nested ways. I hope you understand. So the destructuring concept, it's a little bit like complex, like when the the properties goes on and on. Yeah, I hope you understand this one. Now I want to show you how to do the destructuring with the strings. Let me copy this and paste it over here. As you guys can see here, so this is actually a string. So of course it has a multiple items like player 1, player 2, player 3, something like that, but at the end of the day this is actually a one single string. So I will show you like how to do the destructuring in this string. So we need to pull all the items from this. Here I need to pull the player 1, player 2, player 3, like that. So let me write the destructuring syntax. Const object syntax, the object new players, and I will just try to pull the first item, first player. So console.log first name. If you just save it, you will get some undefined things like that. Let me save it. Of course you get the undefined. So the reason is, so this is actually not an object, this is not an array, so it's just a string. So that's the reason it is actually showing some undefined. So all you need to do, we need to remove this syntax and we need to use this array syntax. So this is one of the like common mistake. So we're actually getting while we're implementing the destructuring. Let me save it. Of course we get the P. So the reason why we get the P means, here you can see, so this is one single item, you can see. So this is actually one single item. The JavaScript actually the treats, I mean the destructuring actually treats. So this is the very first item. So that's the reason it pulls the P and just populate over here. Okay, so this is not actually we're expecting something like the player 1. If you just try to access this, I need to get the player 1 and player 2, player 3, like that. Okay, so how can we do that? So it is pretty much simple. All you need to do, you can just take the dot symbol and split, and you need to write this kind of the syntax. Take the double quotes and comma, because so we have the comma, that is a comma separator over here. Let me save this, and now you got the player 1. So if you want to access some more elements, you can just take the second player also, second player, save it and log that into the console, save it. So of course we got the player 2. So what if you want to do to get the like more players? So player 3, player 4, player 5, like that. So you can just take the comma, dot rest and save it. Now sorry, so I need to take the rest operator over here, rest, and let me remove the 3 dots over here, remove this and save it. So we got the players 3, 4 and 5, something like that. If you just increase the players, like more players, like player 5, player 6, and player 7. Even if you just increase, it works pretty much fine. So when you have when you have this kind of the scenario, like if the players are increasing or any kind of the items are increasing, so without knowing you, so you just use the this rest operator. Okay, so if you don't want this array syntax, you can just take dot once again, go save it. Now you can see everything is working fine. Okay, so that is all about the strings, guys. Yeah, I hope you like this strings. And let me remove this, and now I'm going to show you how to do that in the arrays. That is also pretty much simple. Let me take the const, and I will take the players, take the array syntax, player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4. Yeah, that's enough. Let me save this. So this is actually an array. So now I will try to access the player 1, and after that I will try to access the rest of the things. Of course, you already know how to get the first item in the arrays. Let me take the constant first player. I'm going to take the first player, so player of 0, so which is gives the first item here. Similarly, I will try to take the rest of the elements also. Second player, so third player. Yeah, that's enough. Let me log this into the console. First player, second player, and third player. Let me save it. As you expected, we got the output: player 1, player 2, player 3, like so. Okay, so this is actually a weird syntax. I don't want to make the syntax very much bigger. Just I wanted to do in one single line by using the destructuring. So how to do that? Let me take the constant. Remember, here we need to take the this square bracket syntax. Okay, so because we are not handling with the objects, we are handling with the array, so that's the reason we need to take the this square bracket syntax. Okay, so next we need to take the players and first name. We need to take the first name, so which gives the first element. Similarly, if you want to get the second element, you can just write the second element here. Let me remove this and remove this as well. Save it. You got the output over here. Okay, so this is how we handle the destructuring in the arrays. So this is pretty much simple, guys. So if you want to get the rest of the elements as just shown you before, you can take the dot syntax and use the rest operator, and similarly you can just come to here. So rest, if you just save this, we got the array. So if you don't want the array, just you need to pull all the data. Can again just spread the rest operator and save it. Of course, you got the output over here. Okay. Alright, here I need to tell one thing. As you guys can see here I gave the first player and second player, things like that. So you can give any kind of name. It's completely up to you. If you want, you can give the first and we can give the second also. It works pretty much fine. So but when you are dealing with the, of course I need to change the names here, like first and second I need to give first comma second. No, I don't get any error. It is working fine. Here you need to remember one thing. So if you want to deal with the arrays, you can give any kind of the name in the destructuring. It's really not a problem. But when you are dealing with the objects like this kind of the objects, we definitely give the proper names. Let me show you that. If you just give the name here like const, take the object syntax, so obj, so we definitely give the name. So because since this is the name, so that's the reason we have to give the name. If you just use some other name like something like ABC, it doesn't work. Okay, so that's the reason we definitely give the proper property names in the object syntax. So if you are using the arrays, you don't need to worry about the names. You can give anything you want. Yeah, that's all about the destructuring, guys. I hope you enjoy this video. I will see you guys in the next video.